All right, everybody, this is another video in relationship to all the vaccination and medicine videos that I've done and understanding medicines and vaccinations, their purposes. So, realize who one of the founding fathers of vaccination and the vaccination process was, and the most renowned was Louis Pasteur. Now, he was French. And that name, his last name, means pastor. It's how we pronounce our church pastors. But as it also relates, if you look into the definition and get the understanding of what a pastor is, what the purpose is, to lead it to pasture. And it's directly, and of course, you look at the spelling too of pasture and the meaning behind pastor and pasture. It's all one and the same: leading the sheep or leading the cattle out to pasture, leading them to feed on whatever. And of course, it also goes back to the Ouroboros. Everything I've taught about that, to feed. You know, you're to feed, and you look up the meaning of pastor. A pastor leads his congregation to feed on the body of Christ in the Word. And this is the spiteful jester, the blasphemous ways of the evil that exist. So there he was, the father of vaccinations, and the leading individual whose name was Pasteur in French, which also is directly related to Pasteur. And this is why his process that he invented for not only vaccinations, but also for food products. And of course, everybody's aware of all these chemicals that's being put in the foods. So this was the father of pasteurization that they use for the vaccinations and for food. Now, how this relates, if he was a pastor, he would be a teacher or apostle or perhaps even a prophet in some sense. You could perhaps look at it. And he teamed up with Eli Lilly of Lilly Pharmaceutical. And remember everything I taught you about the Nephilim and giants, that these were the giants of industry, not a literal giant, but the giants of industry. And of course, you have the pharmaceutical giants, and Lilly's one of the leading in this. So this is the Nephilim offspring. And again, just like I showed you with the Rothschild family, Lilly, they're proud. They're definitely proud, just like Nancy wears her lapel pin, symbolizing medicine, her family heritage. All of these people are proud of their heritage. And Lilly is just the shortened, like a nickname for Lilith. Now, many Christians don't know who Lilith is because it was removed from the Christian text, the Christian Bible, but it is still widely taught in the Jewish community. In the Hebrew Bible, they're well aware of who Lilith is. She ultimately became a fallen one, a demon, a female demon. So there is your relationship and how it relates to the beginning of vaccinations, the pasteurization process of the vaccination in the foods by the pastor, by Louis Pasteur. If he was American, he would be a pastor, is how it's pronounced. And of course, it's just Pasteur has a slightly different pronunciation. There's your relationship. And of course, all of these things have to be financed, and the Rothschilds are the ones that finance any giant industry. All of these industries are companies that become the giants of their industry. You can almost absolutely be sure that the financiers behind them were the Rothschild family and their money. But here's you another family of giants. The Lilly Corporation, or Lilly Pharmaceutical Giant. And they helped usher in the pasteurization process, which was directly related to vaccinations, but they also used it in the foods. So pay attention to everything around you, people. Stay in the Word. God bless.